Welcome to Ireland, where today we're here investigating Emerald Park for our first ever time. On this extreme 23-hour day trip, we're going to get on lots and lots of rides, check out one of the shows, and of course enjoy the new area, Tir which features a fantastic roller coaster, Na Fianna Force. So hit like, hit subscribe, and join us as we investigate. Emerald Park, so it's been one heck of a day. We've basically done a day in terms of being awake and travelling for us to then get here to Emerald Park, and of course straight to Na Fianna Force, one of the two. Apologies if I got that wrong, someone's gonna have to correct me later on, but wow.
Good.
Really good, it was
really
surprisingly good. So it's a new, for this year, in this new Tir area, and it's a Vekoma suspended coaster, and yeah, a lot of Vekoma coasters I've done, the SLCs.
Don't like them.
Not very good. That was beautiful. Super smooth, great near misses. The transitions were great. There's some sort of like slalom stuff going on, also like you're skiing. I think some others have said that, and I'm like, yeah, completely get that. But like, we've done front, we've done back, and we've done somewhere in the middle. Front is great for the near misses. Back was great for the the forces on it. I mean, we came so quickly over the crest of the lift hill, we didn't realise we were at the top. It was very much a whip, as we say, like whipped over into it. It was very surprising, but in such a good way, wasn't it? The area itself has got plenty of theme, and I'm sure it'll be finished off in time, because there's definitely bits which aren't finished yet. The shrubbery is great. That reminds me, the interaction with the boomerang as well, that we're going to go on next, was fantastic. Like, the whole ride is just such a great addition, and for a family coaster, it's definitely thrilling enough, but almost not too thrilling either, is it? It's not like a B&M like crazy sort of forces and stuff.
It's not super like thrill, but it's good, it's decent.
It's very good. I'm glad we've done multiple rides on it before we sort of done this and sort of give verdicts, but it's very good. It was worth coming over just for that. We've already agreed it was really good. I mean, I'm at that point now where I'm kind of trying to remember what it was. The 0G roll, that was great. So weightless, really smooth as well. I feel like a lot of SLCs are known for being rough and stuff, but that as a suspended coaster was just gliding. I mean, I did fly at Fantasyland recently, and that's very much sort of buttery smooth, and this was similar. Well, it was the same, but obviously in a different riding position, so very much appreciated. And yeah, if this is where Vekoma are going with their suspended coasters, and I think a lot of other manufacturers have got a run for their money. I mean, I said I might put that second after Nemesis Reborn, which you were happy with.
It's a no from that.
I only did Black Mamba once, and they're the only three sort of inverts I can think of off the top of my head, aside from all the other like poor SLCs from Vekoma, but this is very solid in terms of family and like suspended coaster.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Family
the best.
invert.
I haven't done many.
Yeah.
Like, I did that other one at Energyland.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't
No,
as good. This is superb.
Good.
Yeah, we're gonna.
But Black Mamba's still better.
We're gonna check on some more bits. There's plenty to explore here at Emerald Park. So join us, because we're gonna carry on investigating. Ooh! Heck! Wasn't just one new Vekoma added here in Tir na Nog, there's two, and that's the Quest, which is Vekoma Boomerang. I've done a few of these already, but they're very specific layouts. I mean, there's two at Endeavour. One's a standard layout, one's a custom. Then there's another standard one at Polton's, which we've done. But this was a custom layout, intertwining with Na Fianna Force, and yeah, it's very straightforward. Not as good, obviously, because it's not as intense and not as thrilling for us adults, which is understandable. But in terms of theming, it doesn't look quite finished, and the sort of start of the queue just to my right here, which goes around the queue itself, it wasn't the lift hill, sorry, it wasn't quite finished yet, and it looks like there's some more bits maybe over here as well behind me, so if there's going to be extensions, I don't know. I guess they could build a path somewhere, but they're building a new eatery as well called the Warrior, which is cool. So I think this place is definitely well invested, more to come, which is really good to see, and hopefully the rest of the park will get investment like this and theming and stuff, and it'll all be superb and hunky-dory, because I don't think the rest of the park is quite as immersive as this is, let's say, not quite as all themed, but that's only what I've heard. I don't know for sure, so we need to get the magnifying glass out and go check for ourselves. You've never had it before?
No, I've never been to Florida, so where would I have had it? I think they have
Thorpe Park had it for a bit.
Yeah, but I've only been to Thorpe Park in the last year.
Yeah.
So this is the first time.
Oh, it was last season, I think.
Yeah.
Exciting. A taste of Florida for next year.
Mm. It's really cold.
Yeah, it's going to be.
It's good though. It tastes like what I thought it would taste like.
Pineapple. Yeah. Fly school was really fun, I thought. What did you think?
It was good. It was like a nice... It was fine. I was going to say it was fine. it was alright.
Somebody can't articulate themselves today.
And the day is 12 hours long and it's only just begun.
I'd be very silly. Okay, questions then. Did you find it forceful?
No.
I thought it was quite surprisingly forceful.
The second lap felt a bit more.
Yeah.
But I was just laughing at the little girl in front living her best life.
Yeah, she was like, I love it, I love it, I love it. But I thought it was surprisingly forceful. There were some bits, like the drop caught me a little bit off guard. There was a bit of an S-bend as well, which was similar. However, the best bit is, I mean, the theming's very unique being an airport, but how fun is the departures board?
Yeah,
all the silly names, that was genuinely the best bit. Like Sydney and Melbourne are upside down. There's Atlantis is on there, Valhalla, which might be why we got in for free with our Pleasure Beach Resort, Lancashire England Pass. Yeah, which I just thought the little touches there were cute. Yeah, 2-lap special as well, which is always nice. However, I'm on a hill, I'm hungry. We've been awake for like 500 years, it feels like, so let's go grab some Dino Bites, which I think is a pizza. I said I was hungry, I got the 12-inch margarita from Dino Bites. I am now very, very full. My red flag, I'm going to admit it on camera, is I put salt on pizza. I'm told by certain people.
Right.
That's
The
just...
bread and pizza has salt in it. The passata tomato bit already has salt in it. The cheese has a lot of salt in it. Who's putting salt straight onto pizza like it needs it?
Me. I just want a bit more savoury.
Every time you eat pizza, it's every time.
This is going to be our first falling out.
I can't understand it. A bit of pepper, a bit of chilli,
Salt.
a drizzle of a nice oil.
Anyway, salt. So pizza was actually decent. Yeah, it worked out as like 15.50 euros, which is 14 quid, I think. That was alright. I want sweet now, which is funny. Very salty or very sweet, so I'll just pour some sugar on my ice cream. That might sort me out.
There we go, that's much better. My name's Darren, I'd like to welcome you all here to the world of Raptors. Because my colleague showed just you up the back wall and in the middle. So before we get started with the flying demonstration, I do want to let you know what you guys are in for. Birds of prey will be coming up nice and close to you guys, flying right over your guys' head. There's going to be some great opportunities for some really good pictures. So I do have a weird question to ask. Anything scared of birds?
It was cute. I like seeing birds. I just wish they were just chilling.
There was loads of birds that went across as if they were part of the show, but weren't part of the show. Like pigeons and stuff.
And you were pointing at them, even though you'd been told not to point, so
No, that wasn't me. That was someone
so that a
else.
raptor didn't take your hand off.
It was crazy how close they were coming, right? And the poor
Yeah.
little barn owl, he was so light that the wind was taking him and he was nearly hitting some
300
people.
grams.
300 grams for a little barn owl.
Oh.
However, the rat poison that people use to poison rats is then ends up in a lot of the guts of owls when they eat said rodents, and such they are being killed off, aren't
Just
they?
don't
sadly?
poison rats, because rats are just being rats.
Yeah, which is a shame, but it was really cool to see, really nice to be up close with them, and they were proper flying close to us, but it was really good, and Jack, who led the show, was very informative, and we should probably go because everyone's gone now. Coasters keep on coming here at Emerald Park, and this was, he's forgotten the name, I'm just going to check on log ride, Ladybird Loop, because the trays look like ladybirds and we go around in a figure of 8, which is a twisted loop, I guess. This is an SBF Visa sort of spinning model, and I've definitely done one of these before in a Gilandia. If you haven't seen the case, head back and check it out. But what's different with this one is that there's actually a fair bit of theming on it. So you go over the track, and then you go under the track you've just been on, and you also go through a, what's that, like a branch, a loggy wood bit, this bit here, oh I'm out of focus, there you go, this bit here, you go through that, which is yeah, nice to have a bit of theming. We're in the kids area at the moment, which is a bit odd, because as much as there's kids sort of rides and theming, it's all very sporadic. So there's like a rocking tug with like a navy sort of nautical theme, and then there's another ride, I can't remember what it is now, but it's got just a western facade behind it, and then there was a Whitmore's just ran off because of a bug, a wasp. Ooh. So yeah, it's odd. There's not really consistency between the sort of theming here. Obviously, we've seen what the park can do with the new area, and it would be nice to see a full refresh moving forward, especially now they've got the Emerald Park name and not the Tato brand in there, because having a crisp theme park seems really weird, but Emerald Park, definitely a lot more they can do with Ireland and all of the culture there. I think that would be a really great thing to lead into, especially when this is literally the only theme park in Ireland. Dino Dash is a Vekoma Junior model here. It's the last credit we needed today, and I'll get back to that shortly. I mean, it's dinosaur themed, so the first thing I think of is, hey, Rollercoaster. It's not very well looked after, unfortunately. There's animatronics as you come out the station, which is really cool, and they're looking good, but some other still sort of models around the rest of the layout that aren't in the best of nick, sadly. 2 laps is good, the trains are alright, they're the same as the boomerang we did earlier, the quest, very Vekoma basically. But it was decent actually, it wasn't that rattly or anything, it was not smooth, buttery smooth like Fianna Force was, with that being obviously very new, but this was fine. I think it's a bit more of a thrilling family one, but not as thrilling as, you know, Fianna Force would be, but decent enough. And there was a bit of let's say exotic foliage around, so, and even the queue line was like quite high up with rocks and foliage, and the music was really good actually. That's another point to make. But yeah, it's just a shame that the few what's it called, not animatronics, models and stuff that are there, those dinos that are available, like the, what are they, there's a T-Rex type thing, and then there's a Brachiosaurus. I knew Whitmore would know. Oh, I think it is. Anyway, she would know. She's an expert, so if she saw them, I'm sure she knows. You are. We've watched loads of Jurassic Park and World movies recently. Anyway, point is, if they were looked after, I think it would just keep it at a very high standard. It just feels like it's dipped a bit because of those, unfortunately. But nice little ride. Saying that, I'm thinking like before this year, I guess that was probably the most thrilling. That or Chulainn was probably the most thrilling ride, or maybe the two of them. Sorry. So having the 2 new ones over in Tiernanog is definitely a good investment, but I'm glad we started with them because it has been a bit busier now. We did wait 20 minutes or so for that as opposed to the 10 advertised, and hopefully we can get a final ride on Fianna Force before we leave, because that has, again, queue gone up lot. Queue gone up lot, that was weird. Anyway, let's do some flat rides.
Queue gone up lot.
I know, long day. Oh, right, well the seats have unlocked. Oh, heck, here we go. Oh, jeez. This is my kind of flat. Oh, holy. Jeez. We were fully upside down there for a bit. And again, oh. I think it's worse or better because it's slower. It just hangs you for longer. Oh, if I wasn't feeling funny anyway, I would be now. Woo-hoo-hoo!
I'm very pinned in.
I'm not. Oh! I'm okay. Oh. There's a dolphin on the ride. Holy heck. Ooh. Is that it?
Yeah, one is crazy, isn't it?
Oh no.
No, we're just doing some weird.
Oh, we're like
This is where like at the fair we're gonna
peak height, I think. Oh, have we locked in? Oh, I think that's it. Oh no, are we?
I think it's coming down slowly.
Yeah, isn't it? Well, that was something. I enjoyed it, but I think being full of food was a problem there. You may have heard in the POV footage there, I've never done one of them before. You have?
I'm pretty sure something very similar at a fairground several times. Oh,
Pretty crazy.
it was fun. I love it. I love a good flat that just like, you don't know what's going on.
We are in Flat Zone Central now, and the flat rides are basically just, do you want to spin on the X-axis or the Y-axis? And that did a bit of both, but because it was quite slow, it seemed to hang you a bit as well, didn't it?
Yeah, I was
Which really made it, I thought.
really pinned in on my legs, which I was glad, because the restraints, like my shoulders slip through when I'm upside down, and when I'm upside down for ages, I'm like, ugh. But luckily I was like proper pinned in on my legs.
And I wasn't.
So you're not going to fall out, but I just don't like the feeling of thinking I'm going to fall out.
I don't mind moving about a bit. My only thought was because I was somewhat moving back and forth. I don't know how the footage looks at this point, so maybe you've not seen any footage of it. I don't know. We'll see if it's made the cut just before this. But it was good. We're in the sort of centre of the park now, close to the entrance. There's a few flats that we still need to do. None of them are really themed as such, though. This is a very
They are red
sparse.
and blue.
Yeah, literally.
There's a lot of red and blue.
They're all red, blue, and some have white as well. And that one that we just did Power Search has yellow. So
And the planes are all multicoloured on that, but the actual rest of it
yeah,
is
on the
red
air
and blue,
race. Yeah, it'd be nice to see a sort of proper theme on this bit, as I said earlier, multiple times throughout this case. Some consistent theming throughout, not necessarily the same, but just sort of the same level of theming as Tiana Nog would be really cool to see. But anyway, we've not got much longer left. We need to crack on and get some more flats in.
Yeah, they've turned it off.
You literally just said, let's do this, because I've never done an air race before.
Because I didn't do the one at Drayton, ever, or the last time. I'll do this one instead. Got in the queue, closed it.
Literally stepped in the queue and everyone started walking
Technically, I was
towards
in
us.
the queue. I didn't
Yeah.
close this gate.
Annoying, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, spited by the maintenance-ness.
Try and do the... No?
We'll do the other thing, the Enterprise-esque thing. However, speaking of maintenance, just to your right is Chulainn, which is a GCI wooden coaster. And it is not open. It's closed for a while now, unfortunately. Extended closure. It's not been open for a few weeks, since the end of August. And I was really looking forward to this, because this was going to be... What was it going to be, Detective Whitmore?
It would have been your 150th
It
coaster.
would have been, which is funny, because your 150th was... Not that.
Not that.
Fianna Force that we did this morning. So we were very nearly both got our 150th coasters on the same day, which is very specific. So sadly that's not happened. However, that does mean my 150th will be... Subscribe and find out. Ooh, cliffhanger. Being the head detective here at the Miracle Detective Agency means that I need to have a level of poise, courage and strength. My weakness is certain spinny flat rides like Endeavour just there. When it was doing the whole lateralness, the x-axis, I believe that's lateral, isn't it? I felt pretty sick. It does tilt up and you start going more vertical. Imagine Enterprise, the Alton Towers that we used to have basically, or the similar one, I can't remember the name of it, I thought, but once it started going vertical I was okay, but by that point I already felt sick. It's not a first... Oh, hello, you're there.
Sorry.
It's alright. It's not the first time it's happened, it won't be the last time it's happened. Was it particularly bad because of the lack of sleep and the lack of hydration? Maybe.
Yeah.
Would I have felt sick anyway? Probably, but I've done it. It's cool. We've got about 30 minutes left. And that calls for...
Can't say it. I want to say it wrong.
Fianna Force. We're going to go back into Chulainn here. Best ride of the park, easily. So we're going to go get another ride on that. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Don't know how busy it is. Doesn't look like people have left yet. No one's really filtered out, have they?
No.
So I'm glad we made the most of our 3 rides this morning when it was quiet. Really good call on our end there. So let's go ride. Yeah? Cool. Final rides. Let's go. Oh, wait. Woo! Holy moly! Well, it's faster. Whoa! Here we go, slalom. Oh, that's jeez! That S-bend has some force, doesn't it? Little pop of air time, and another one. And another one. What? I know. Jeez. Definitely warmed up. Definitely warmed up. Holy heck. I realised that I was recently waxing lyrical about being head detective here at the agency, and are you already laughing at me? Yeah, great. Being brave and whatever I said in the moment. Turns out I can't count though, so I did mention before that my 150th cliffhanger is going to come in a future case. It was today. Turns out my 150th was Dino Dash, which I wasn't the most
We worked out the maths before we came
pleased
here.
about.
And you must have thought you were either on one before than what you were, or there was one less coaster here than what there is.
I think that.
Because we were going to start with my 150th, which we did, and finish on your 150th.
Which we thought would have been
Which
Cool
we
Chulainn.
did, but
We thought it would have been Cool Chulainn, yeah, and then obviously it wasn't because that was closed, so I thought, oh, it's not done. And I just happened to see on my log ride app, I was like, oh, I've done 150, and I was like, what? What are you hiding?
What was your 100th?
Well, yeah, this is the funny thing. So, 150 was Dino Dash, 100 was Dino Chase at Portland's Park. So for some reason, I've got a dino theme going on with my significant numbers. I don't know what 50 was. It wasn't Velocicoaster, but it was probably Dino Battle or something. And then 1 was probably Dino, and then an A
like a
adjective.
Dino coaster.
Yeah, they're all kid and family coasters related to Dino. So if you've got a significant one for 200, that's Dino, and then the second word is begin with E. That's probably what I'm going to have to do to keep on this theme. Anyway, final rides there today on Fianna Force. Definitely great on the back still, definitely warmed up. It was surprisingly intense. Again, I don't know if that's a case of I'm tired from the day we've had, or if it is just a lot better in the end of the day. I think probably both.
A bit of both, I think.
But certainly the latter, certainly the fact that it's
even
warmed
the
up.
rides were hitting me more than I'd normally, I think.
Yeah, it was great though. I thought the train was a little bit shaky, I heard a bit of a rattle. It wasn't as smooth as earlier.
The last train?
Yeah, the last one we did. We got 2 rides at the end of the day. So it might be related to that. I don't know. But yeah, very good. A very good investment for the park. Really pleased to see that, especially for our first visit. Knowing that there's something so good for our first time here is, yeah, it's what brought us over. And if you're thinking, do I go to Emerald Park? I'd be like, yeah, it's
worth it just for that.
It's been a long day. It's not been hard. It's just been long because of tiredness, because we got like 3 hours sleep. But I feel fine now. So it's been a lot of effort from that, but I'm so glad we got on that because it was great. And the Boomerang's a great addition, the way they intertwine the area. It's a great addition, but it also bodes well for what the park can do in terms of theming and immersion, there we go, that was good. Immersion, etc. Moving forward, I'd love to see more improvements across the rest of the park with theming. We heard the Viking ride is similarly good in terms of theming. We didn't get on it because it's a water ride, you get quite wet, and I don't plan on getting wet today.
Had like a quick drive home, or we were staying over, probably would have done it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, but I don't want to be wet for like the next
got to drive,
6-7 hours when we drive in and then play, and then it's not going to be comfy, is it? So great park, glad to have come. Would recommend it for the new area Chulainn, which is Land of Eternal Youth. And I think that's pretty much us wrapped up for the day.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's it. So, more cases on the way. If you've enjoyed this, if you've gotten this far, thank you. Please hit subscribe. There's plenty more to come as we are about to enter spooky season. For myself, Detective Miracle, who can't count, and Detective Whitmore, that's case closed here from Emerald Park.